You ever have that, like, you're trying to get out the door and it's like 11:40 and you're like, I got plenty of time. And then it becomes 11:44 and then you're like, I am late. I gotta go. What is wrong with me? That's me right now. Running late drives me crazy. Gives me so much anxiety and just like, it totally throws me off. But I got something else that has been late, Apple, but I don't care. We're gonna tear into this thing. All right, so to give a little bit of context as to like, I guess what type of laptop user I am, I've never done a tech review before. So, my MacBook is my go-to device, and my phone, of course. The iPad, I have one. I use it for very specific things like note-taking, but that's about it. My laptop is my go-to. So if you were to ask me if I think of myself as a pro user, I would say yes, light photo editing, doing a little bit of video editing with these, e-commerce and stuff with our website. So yes, I would consider myself a pro user. Now, because I am getting this laptop a few days late, because it was supposed to be delivered on Tuesday, that was pretty cool. I have already seen some reviews from others about the new MacBook Pro. I watched Apple's product launch because I'm a fanboy and have followed the company for a very long time. And so I can't say that these are going to be like my first impressions, and I'm not doing any sort of speeds and feeds and performance reviews because there are way better people to do that stuff with the new M1 Pro and all of that. But I've been waiting for it, and I want to play with it, and I want to check it out. Apple's packaging is always so beautiful. They definitely make it a fun experience. Feels like Christmas. It's also because you spent a fortune on it. My current MacBook Pro is a 2017 15-inch Intel, and you know what? It's still a good computer, right? Like it would still get me through, except I've started to get spots on my screen. And the keyboard, I've finally gotten bit by the keyboard bug, and I've started to lose my G key, which I apparently use quite a bit. And here's another one. I just remember that it's always the G key. So anyway, let's pop this open. All right, taking the lid off. Ooh, that's a lot of tension. There we go. And we're in. It's like, we're here. Ooh, oh man. That's hefty. It's a hefty laptop. Take this little shroud off. Wow. That is a lot of laptop. All right. So my first feeling is it feels dense, like super dense. I know that in the center of this thing, it's not that much thicker than the one that I had, but because the edges don't taper the same way, it just feels like a real monster of a laptop, right? Like they're super square, which is cool. Honestly, it's got like a real retro kind of vibe to it, where like it's very much like the old school titanium PowerBooks. So like, it is very cool though, and I do like that the body style has changed quite a bit. So popping this open, of course we got the interior. Ooh, that was cool. That was pretty cool. I did not expect it to turn on as I opened it. Yeah, you know, overall, I think this is pretty awesome. Now, I know that a lot of people have been upset about the notch. The notch to me does not seem like it's going to be that big of a deal. My phone has one that I can see right now. Just kind of get used to it. It's in a part of the screen that wasn't even usable real estate anyway. It is kind of funky that you can slide the mouse behind the notch. Seems a little inelegant, but you know what? It's early. Maybe they'll update that. The one thing for me that I see a lot of people talking about is the ports on the side. And so like now the MacBook has the ports back and everybody, pro users are very excited. I will be honest. I had found ways to work around it. And so like to me, maybe it was annoying when you first had to buy all those dongles, but once you got them, they're just in your bag. So I don't understand what the big deal is. And so my previous laptop, I'm going from 4 USB-C ports to 3 USB-C ports, MagSafe, and then an SD card reader and an HDMI out. In my view, the USB-C ports could be anything. Now I only have 3 that can be anything, right? And so I kind of wish that this just had 6 USB-C ports, but I understand that there are other pros that are constantly hooking up HDMI outs, that there are other people that are constantly offloading from SD cards. I do mine wirelessly and like it all ends up working for me, but if you're doing bigger workflows and stuff, I get it. Overall, I think that it's a beautiful device. I'm super excited to get to play with it, and not just play with it, but be productive with it. It's a pro machine. You gotta get stuff done. But I'm also kind of excited just in general to see like where...
English is the main language. Press the return key.
Okay. I'm also excited to see where Apple goes, because they definitely seem to be going in a new design direction. Not just focusing only on as thin as possible, as sleek as possible, but starting to maybe have a better balance of function and form, and not just minimalist, remove everything that we can and leave the bare product. So this is gonna be cool. I'm gonna finish setting this up, but that's a little unboxing of my new MacBook Pro.